We're about to get cooking on this story, man. I'm so excited. I took a 2-day break because of work, and now I'm gonna do as much as I can tonight and then finish Shadowbringers in the morning. Because I'm off work tomorrow, so that means I have the whole day to just tie everything up, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be sick. But now, we shall go to adventure! To adventure! Yeah! Let's see here. Let's go back to Dark Knight. We are close to hitting 79. Oh, okay, that's not the main quest. That is a side quest. I was basically running around clearing all the side quests in Lakeland, and then I'll be moving on to some other areas. I've been doing some pixies, so that should bump up to rank 5 next time. And I think I can start the second one, but it's a crafter thing, and I don't have any crafters at 80, I was about to say, but I think you can unlock them for 70 now that I think about it. Oh, it's gatherers. It's gatherers, that's what it was. I can't get them because I don't have any gatherers at 70. That's what was happening. I remember now. So that second one is currently not available to me. And the third one, I don't think I've progressed enough to unlock yet. But the pixies are going strong, using that level of my ninja. And yeah. Let's actually get going to Right in Colusia. Get chugging on that storyline. Still haven't... I don't know what I was about to say. I don't know what I still haven't. Reen. This aura, what could it be? I mean, probably the Light Warden, I'm assuming? Hello. There you are, Chrane. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It's been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore? Been a week, I think, since we last faced Lord Vorthry, and I felt such fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and my abhorrence, any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage, there was something else. At first, I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles, I found the answer. In Vorthry's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Bound to open his eyes. We have sound. Whether he will accept it with the good grace I did is another question. I don't think he will. I think we're going to fight him, and he's going to do the ground slam thing as a big AoE. I stand by those words. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a bit closer. This time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Chrane, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray and encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Jesus. Why the hiccups? Why, God, why? Okay. So I don't have flying here yet because I haven't unlocked this part of the whole map. Jolly good sire. Hi. It's been a while. We have flying in 4 of the 5 areas. I still don't know what the last one is, and Colossus hasn't opened up to us completely yet. Let's actually see what's going on, though. We're actually starting to get fairly close to the end of this expansion, I think. So that's very nice. It's been crazy so far. You hail the civilian, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. Why is there just a bunch of people on the wayside? What the hell? Oh, it's just another person hunched over. Lord Vothri, we hear, we obey. Oh, he's doing the... That's a stance. He's doing the control thing he was doing to the people in town. And the... what are they called? Sin Eaters, that's it. I'm assuming it's the same type of power. Are we still on level 77? We are. Okay, so there might be a trial coming up soon. Assuming they go by the old expansions with like 53, 57, 63, 67, should be 73, 77 if they kept that up. There's no reason they would be forced to, but I guess we'll find out. I don't want that confirmed, by the way. Just making sure. Because I feel like if I know when the dungeons and trials happen, that means I'll be able to, like, spot big story moments. So I don't want that confirmed or not. Long live Lord Vothri. Okay, so he's just messing with these people's heads. What a incredibly nice thing to do to people. Okay. So, Scorch, are you gonna be up for dungeons and or trials if any of them show up? Or do you wanna just do, like, hang out on the sidelines? Good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path? It is more of the same here. Ishtola and Alizé are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. A feast of lies. Okay, let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vothri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way.
It's just a bunch of people holding their heads.
But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater. In the uppermost reaches of the city.
It has to be the lion. It has to be.
But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Unless it's Vothri himself. But I think it's the lion.
Oh, so that one's Alfino. Well, unless you're triplets.
That's Ardbert's voice.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
Right.
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
My man.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorfrey starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
That's one hell of a sentence.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorfrey after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
Oh, it's the bread they're giving out that's laced with something.
There's
That's
something
why.
I need Reen to see.
That's why they're feeding them bread. It makes them susceptible to his commands.
This
Called
was
it.
among the townfolk's food stores.
Called that shit.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles this stuff out.
Yeah. No wonder.
No, it couldn't
Wait,
be.
is it part Sin Eater? Is that what that is?
I know what it
It's
is.
Sin Eater poo.
It's Sin Eater.
Yep.
Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Yep. So that's how he controls the people. Since he controls the Sin Eaters, he feeds the people Sin Eaters.
So it is. In limited
Yum.
quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorfrey wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known.
That makes sense.
Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people.
Yep.
Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back.
Yep.
There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
That's true. They're coming here to save themselves
These Sin-Eaters,
from the monsters.
what if they are not simply rounded up?
It's part of the plan.
Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
Yeah. I thought they were fed to the Sin Eaters. Maybe they're just, I don't know, turned into them. Yeah. Oh, they turn them into Sin Eaters and then they use them to produce more of the food?
Let us put an end to it.
Oh
To
my
this paradise
god!
built upon the bones of the poor.
Jesus Christ, they take people in, turn them into goddamn albino demons, and then feed them to the people outside? What the fuck? What is this game? What the hell? That's... Oh my god. That's dark as shit, dude.
Vorthry's deeds are beyond justification, beyond forgiveness. Evil.
Oh my god.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after
It
it.
has to be the lion.
But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight.
Yeah.
Like it or not, the time for stealth is past.
Hell yeah. This is why you changed from
Now,
being
my
a
friend.
rogue.
If you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Gladly. Fuck this place. This game goes places you don't expect. From a business point of view, it's kind of genius. Yeah, he controls the demons that basically scare all the people in the land to abandon their villages. They flock outside his gates, and he like dangles this like idea in front of them that they can become part of the town, but they have to go through basically a talent show to be let in to be useful, right? But then they just, when they're not useful anymore, they just take them and turn them into the actual demon monsters that they're trying to escape from, slice them up, and then feed them to the people outside. And the frickin' roller coaster just keeps on going. That's fucked. Jesus. Genius, and everyone loves a talent show, let alone free food. He does provide it all. That's true. Yeah. He has been eating it, okay. Did we have any when we got here? I don't think we did. That's probably good. Anyone have anything? Anything of weight to add? The uppermost level of the city houses Vothri's chambers. He must keep the warden close. I think it's the lion that he's literally leaning on. We're like to encounter Runji again. The fucking Dragon Master, dude. When I last set foot inside the walls, I almost mistook it for dear old Limsa. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's kick sound the doors. Let's kick down the doors. Let's go. He might be the worst, just straight up villain we've met in this game so far. Free food is good. Tastes better when you don't pay for it. Well, they're all paying for it with their lives.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
This is what he shouts every time he goes to the bathroom.
Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise!
He's still in the bathroom.
Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Uh-oh. So now he's...
Long
oh, God.
Lord Vothri.
Now he's forcing all these poor people to fight us.
He would use his own people as
Of
shields.
course he would. What do you...
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vothri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bam. Let's go. Oh, I'm supposed to help. Okay. Thought she said go with Alphino. Well, I guess we're helping. Subdue! Okay. Thancred and Reen, stay back. Oh, it's gonna be one of these, I see. Look, last time we split up the Scions and left people 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 at certain checkpoints, it didn't go very well. We were alone at like a whole expansion because of that one event, so this doesn't bode well. Oh boy. Okay, so now Urianger is staying back, I guess. Where's Y'shtola? Did she stay with him? Probably. Now she's staying back, okay. Just like when we got here the first time, it's me and Alphino. Oh, the 2 jesters, okay. The Harlequins. They're still rhyming.
Break your funny bone.
Alphino! Okay, good. He is healing himself. I was about to be like, how do I keep him alive? He's losing health fast, and I don't have the ability to heal. Can I actually kill these ones? Yeah, okay. I do, yeah. I'm glad we actually get to kill these ones because, you know, they're the ones that have been giving them the food. What level quests are we on? 77. But we have been on 77 for quite a while, so I think we're about to hit 78. Now I'm leaving him here. Well, good luck, friend. There we go. What awaits us at the top? Of course, the damn Dragon Master. Ranjit.
You will find my master in his chamber.
What, you're just gonna let me pass? No.
But only should you kill me this day.
Uh-huh.
And you will not.
No, I think it's absolutely time someone did. Why do you go so far? You're one of his puppets too. I don't know if he is. Why do you go so far? I think he actually has his own mind.
You may think me under his spell.
No.
But I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience.
Uh-huh.
But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Ranji is my least favorite character of Shadowbringers. He reminds me a lot of Flock from Attack on Titan. Now with this reveal here. And the fact that he just keeps popping up and acts a damn nuisance every chance he gets. He's not as annoying as Flock, but he reminds me a bit of him. But now that it's like, I believe in his ideology completely, no matter, like, because everything else is dumb and stupid, so I believe in him because he is something else. He just has dumb plot armor. Yeah, I can see that. Every time you fight him, it feels like there's no chance you're ever gonna win just because he has 15 health pools, basically. So I can absolutely see that. I don't know if I think he's, like, I don't know if I think he's, like, the weakest character, the worst character, or something like that, because, I don't feel very strongly about him either way. I think it's been fun to have, like, a recurring dude following us. But I wouldn't say that he's a, like, deeply developed character that I really love and appreciate. Because he's not that. Oh god, okay. I only remembered about him when I watched you play. That's how forgettable he is. Damn. Nah, I'm gonna remember the pyramid in the Great Wood where he pushed Ishtola down a, I don't know, mine shaft or just a hole, you know. That's gonna stay with me for a long time, I think. It's time we settle this, villain. He's calling me a villain. That's fun. I guess I am invading their home. So I guess I can see where he's coming from, but still. I'm just here to stop their damn bread production. I do think it's interesting, though, that they made him follow Vothri of his own accord. I think that's for the best for his character, personally. Because if everyone's just mind-controlled, then there are no real characters anymore. Then they're all just zombies, basically. So I'm glad he has an actual personality. Okay. Oh God. Somehow I lived. If you would pass me, you must endure all that I have learned on the battlefield, for I am a weapon forged in the fires of war. Oh, we're doing this again? Okay. And he's invulnerable? Yeah. How do I... Oh, I can kill the heads. Jesus. Yeah, that makes it easier. They gave me a very generous amount of time. Oh, never mind. I have to kill him in that time as well? Never mind. Oh boy. Oh my God! There you are, my precious girls. What, like... Did his daughters die or something, and that's why he became this way? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boing. Are you alright, Chrane? No voice acting? The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vothri is otherwise engaged. Let's go get to the upper level while we can. Ranjit is dead. Long live Ranjit. Oh God, what's this fuck doing? Is he eating the Sin Eaters? Lion's gone. Is that how he controls them? By eating them? What the hell?
Lord Vothri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end!
I don't know about that, Alphino.
For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused.
It feels like he's not here. Like, mentally present.
And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong.
What is happening?
The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
So it is him? Yeah, he's just chowing down on the bread. Oh my God, okay. Hi.
Remorse? For the future of all. What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine.
Your head is turned 180 degrees, dude.
It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world.
So it's just straight up him then. He's the Light Warden.
Me? Unseated? No.
Maybe we'll explain why he can control stuff.
It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you!
I swear that slam is gonna be an AoE in a future fight. I swear. Ew.
Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Ew. What is that stain? Or maybe that was just part of the design. Ew.
Oh god, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
I did say there was a face underneath his arm. That was a week ago when I said that, but still, I remember it. Disgusting. He's like if Cupid ate hearts instead of shooting them.
Where did he go?
I think Yulmore is done.
What in the heavens?
Did Vothri do that?
How will we get up there? Do I have to get flying here before they let me go there? We must give chase.
Wait. That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now.
Yeah, we don't have
But
flying
even if
yet.
it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
Damn healers. It's all they think about. You don't need my permission. That's true. But yeah, I'll help. He said with a heavy heart.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vothri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects.
Interesting.
Will you let me try?
So...
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
We'll speculate after this.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
That's a good shot. Well. Oh, new song. Or am I just not remembering the Yulmore music? So. Mount Gulg, I know, is a dungeon. I would assume it's the 79 dungeon, right? We have the 77 dungeon. Yeah. I think it's the 79 or 80 dungeon. So it's gonna be a while before we get there. But I'm guessing that's when we defeat him and he's the final Light Warden. Then who the hell is the boss? Like, what's the end of this expansion after Vothri if he's just one of the 4? Because I thought he was going to be the big bad at the end. But, like, what am I not realizing? Like, what is escaping my mind right now? Like, is it the Asians again? Like, is the last fight some shit with Emmett Selk? Like, is the last thing us coming back and having a huge fight against the Empire at the end? Like, I'm not sure what the last thing could be here, because normally in Heavensward and Stormblood, again, I'm comparing to old expansions here, but in those, when you got to the last level of the expansion, like 60 in Heavensward, 70 in Stormblood, there was a trial and a dungeon for the last quest. And I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing here, but what the hell are we fighting if we're defeating Vothri as the 4th Light Warden? What the hell's left? Are we just leaving this world and going back to our own? And fighting shit there? Like, oh my god, yeah, we do have the thread of, I'm just now realizing this, we still have the hanging thread of Elidibus posing as Xenos. So that might be the end. That might be what we end this on. After dealing with Vothri, getting rid of all the Light Wardens, and then going back. It feels like it's a bit sudden, though, if that's how they do this. It feels very just one thing on top of another, but I guess the Xeno stuff could be saved for a patch. That would make sense as well. So I feel like it has to be resolved, because the actual Xenos is hunting him too in like another body, trying to get back to his own. So I'm just desperately trying to piece this all together, but I'm not sure where we're going after Vothri. Good news, Chrane. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vothri's influence. As we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn, the problem being there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help if you're willing. Wow. You can now tune to the 8th ride in Yulmore. Ha ha ha. Level 79 for my character. Finally. A tune. I honestly thought this was going to happen in a patch. Unlocking the Aetherites. Still 77. So, here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate if you could assist me with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you're done, be sure to let Reen know. So nice seeing Thancred as a father. Good for him. The derelicts, huh? The buttress. I forgot about that. The buttress. No mounts, okay. Where is everyone? Or where are the ones I'm looking for? Hi! Wait, what did he say? Lord Vothri, you are my daily meal. Ew. This town really is fucking cursed. A lot of this expansion is cursed. In a good way, but still. Oh, it's the guy that I helped from falling. My mistress, she's been injured. Please help her, I beg you. Cool. Why did you... Stay away from the dead bread. I'll do my best, dude. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much. When she began acting strange, I didn't know what to do. I won't leave my mistress's side. Can I do this jump from here? Yup! Well, almost. Try again before the time runs out. Please! I'm on the wrong side. I just realized. Clan Nutsy member. It's a pretty clean combination of stuff there. Goddamn. Deep Shadow. Deep Shadow Claymore. That's a big ass sword, dude. It actually fits my character really well. I'm not level 80, so I can't use it yet, but it's a pretty good stand-in weapon until I have the one I want, you know, the Shadowbringer itself. Deep Shadow. Oh god, those are cool. God damn. I like the fist weapons where it's not a giant piece of metal you're holding in your hands, but like when it covers your arms, I think that looks way cooler. Crossbow. That's fucking funny, dude. We can't do the animation of a crossbow. We can make a bow sideways and say it's a crossbow. This is actually sick. Deep Shadow pistol. That's probably my favorite machinist weapon I've seen so far. I think most of them look kind of goofy, but that one looked great. Those are also sick. Shit, dude. Oh. Oh, it's these armors. I've seen these. Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna have to farm so many nuts. That's a lot of nuts. That looks great. You can up the visor as well. Shit. Can I get a claymore on this shit, dude? The shoulders, I'm not that in love with, but I can live with it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Goddamn. Well. 470. Scythe for Thaumaturge. That's cool. For Black Mage. I really like that. Grimoire. A tuck. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's these armors. I've seen these. Cool. Well, now I know where to buy them. So it's Deep Shadow and Ronkan gear is what comes from the nut stuff. Okay, so the Ronkan gear is like all like orange LED lights, which I'm not in love with. Sack of nuts exchange. Forgiven Retinance horn. Forgiven Retinance. Is that the lion? Because I have seen people riding on the lion. So I'm assuming that's what that is. Okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm giving up on that. Let's finish the quest. I want to know if we're about to hit a trial or if they're breaking their own pattern. Must stop trespassers sullying our paradise. Reen? I almost read it as Rhine every single time. And I really have to stop myself and say Reen. That's a cool look. Unusual, but pretty cool. There you are, Chrane. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But Minfili entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the enthralled to you. That would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you. I'll do my best to keep pace. Da, 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 da.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
Nice. Well done, team.
For the wounded. As for the rest,
The fat cats.
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy?
The painter boy.
What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Yes. You've been under the control of a sin eater. Dumbasses.
let me handle this.
He loves to hold a speech.
Citizens of Yulmore,
He's good at it. So.
what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Yeah.
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
Yes.
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true.
But
your conduct prior to that moment was your own.
Yep.
Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures.
Yep.
And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience.
Look at the team in the back looking at our boy.
You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more.
In before the Beast Titan starts throwing rocks at the building.
I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help?
There you go.
You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him.
Gulg.
Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time.
A ladder?
In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
We've done that before. We can do it again.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Unexpected, but I'll take it.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos,
Well, that's...
whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
That's pretty big.
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can and you will.
You can't.
Yes, he can.
No, that's not what I...
Picking up a hammer is not like... It's not rocket science, dude. If you've done it before, you can do it again.
I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
She zoomed out of there.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Hell yeah. The dynamic duo. 78. So there is no trial at 77, so I guess it's at 78 or 79. The ladder is situated in the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Chrane. My heart will not go on. Comedians, the lot of them. On the right? No. What's this area called? Colusia, that's it. Going to Right. Scorch, are you gonna join me for any dungeons and or trials if they pop up? Or should I do them solo? Because honestly, I might want help with the queue time for the trial, but if it happens too late at night, I completely understand why. Oh, your sub is expired. Well, that changes everything. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So, it's like... So are you gonna reactivate it in a week, or are you gonna hold off for a while? Yeah. So, roughly a week then. Those are indeed talons. Talos. Bottom rung, they call this place. How very apt. Oh, the ladder is a lift? What are we? The Great Wall in Game of Thrones? Like the Northern Wall? The Wall of the North! To see my darling Chai so engrossed in his work, I think I'm falling in love again. Honestly, I've grown to like this character quite a bit. She's kind of cool. Like, obviously she was one of the elite, like, using people. But outside of that, everything else about her is pretty neat. She's helped Alphino a bunch and, like, really pushes for her husband to be a better person and do good stuff. So, like, she's kind of cool in my book, except for the whole, you know, elitist bullshit. First things first, a 50-point inspection wouldn't do to have them falling to pieces now. Why are you standing there gawping? There's a lot to be done, so go and make yourself useful. I forgot to buy the sword. The ladder is a sturdy piece of engineering, but much may go wrong after 20 years of disuse. Let us be doubly thorough with its maintenance. Ugh. Chrane, dost thou see yonder pair of tallows? For a blessing they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Y'shtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as a myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. I can do that. I think I zoned out for half of that. My thanks, Chrane. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock. Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. I legitimately think I zoned out for the first half of that. That would be very interesting to go back and rewatch, because I think my eyes just glazed over when I just kept reading. Ugh. That hurts. Okay. Honestly, I should go and finish the nut marks, I think, before we keep going. I don't know why I feel that way, but I just do. But I also am just gonna try and pace myself and just try not to. I'm torn. Hello? Ho there, sinner! Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to store the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the accounting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithil for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. This is like my last job. Grithil, how many in there? Taking stock for Ervith, are you? Taking stock for Ervith? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted through, though, so we tossed them out. Oi, Grithil, another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Right then. Bring the good ones in. Be sure to let Irvith know as well. I forgot what accent I gave him. This is why you don't play around with accents. You're gonna forget them all. How many planks does that make now? You're writing down the numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Yeah. So there's some math involved here. 68 minus 9, so 59 plus 12. 61, 71. 71. I'm actually gonna write that down. Hold on. You know what? I'm actually just gonna put everything into the calculator. Why am I gonna take notes when I can just put it into a calculator? 68 minus 9 plus 12. Yeah. Equals 71, exactly. So, Where are the others? $11 plus 11. That's 82. Where's the last one? There it is. $24. So 106 total is where I'm at. Thankfully, it's one of the options. So, you know, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fare puts me to sleep. Yeah. But it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for anyway? The lift, dude. I'm talking about the ladder for real. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all itch to do something greater. This fellow, you say, is in charge. You reckon he'd mind if the likes of us... he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over there to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Great. Love to see it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? That and more. Well, to secure not only the material but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not, but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring on us ever onward toward journey's end. Whatsoever may await us when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Thanks, Urionje. View from above. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear, we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Okay. Now, let's go. We ain't waiting. We ain't waiting. We've waited long enough. I waited in Stormblood for 2.5 years. We're going, damn it. Ding, 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 ding. She's so excited to watch him work.
Would you look at that? The
hello.
citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor.
It's insane, yeah.
Who would have thought it possible?
Not I.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason?
Pretend to
You conquer
agree
them,
with them?
crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald.
Yeah, sure worked out for
Conquest
Alec.
is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it.
She's so excited.
Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine.
Interesting. Never even thought about it.
Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves.
Yeah.
Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarot. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember? Yeah. What do you mean remember, dog? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Remember why? How would I... Unless he's somehow hinting that I'm from that world. The original world. Then I have no idea what else it could mean. We do kind of show up out of nowhere in a cart at the beginning of this, so I don't know the backstory of my character. So, what do you mean remember?
Never mind.
No.
The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world.
So the source would remain.
But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero.
Interesting.
There was one thing I had meant to ask.
Buzz strutting away.
How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl?
No, but I have figured him out, I'm sure.
What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting.
I feel
I
like
should enjoy
I know at
working
this
out what
point.
it means. Until next time.
Until next time. Will he start strutting away again? Yeah, kind of. He does the limp hand wave thing. He's got style, I'll give him that.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
Haha.
It's alive.
Yay!
I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder
Yeah.
why until now.
You were like a cloud of darkness.
I think it all just got to be too much.
How do we make you corporeal again?
The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk.
Interesting.
All
That's
of
an
which
interesting
is
point of
a
view.
long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
I hope we can get him out of his ghost-like state. God damn it. He deserves to be a scion with the
tidings,
rest
my
of us.
The ladder lives again.
Sick.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're
Well,
worried that
yeah.
the whole thing might come crashing down,
Shut up.
we can always find someone else.
Alphino, call her out. She's not a comedian.
That's the spirit. Come on then.
A true brother would have called her out on that shit.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us.
Hardbirds. Why are we leaving everyone behind?
Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word. The silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Yeah, come on, Hardbird. Hell yeah.
No one but me remembers that day.
That moment makes no sense for anyone else there. But goddamn if I didn't love what just
Remembers
happened.
our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
I hope he becomes a real boy again. He's like in my top 3 characters for this expansion. I really like Aardvark. I know I call him Aardvark from time to time, but it's just because I feel like he can take it. And here we finally are, the top rung. The others should arrive along. Alphino, Chrane, come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? Go, go, Power Rangers. The ladder. Take the ladder. Da-da-da-da. Which dungeon? It's a dungeon? No, it's a trial. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Isn't that one of the Alexander fights? That appears to be a village. So it does. There's a village, Chrane, over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Chrane. Oh. Using my binoculars. Yeah, that's... Hi. How would he know that I've seen him? Doesn't make sense. He spotted you and heard back. Okay. So he just saw us. He doesn't know I've seen him. Oh. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit. And I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. Why would it take so long? And why wasn't everyone on the ladder in the first run? That makes no sense. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it is indeed inhabited. Let's go. I was about to attempt flying. It would have ended poorly. Let's get a map up here and see where the ether currents are. It's south of the town. Okay. Who'll do? Dried victuals. More sausages? Men hung out recently. Hello? You hear faint sounds from inside the building. The door refuses to budge. So they're just barricading themselves in there, huh? You see anyone? Could have sworn I heard a noise. Where's the last thing for me to inspect? The crates and barrels are laden with unknown contents. Okay. Where's the last thing for me to click? What the hell? What am I missing? Am I dumb? Don't answer that. What the hell am I missing? Oh my god, I can't go inside this house, can I? Yeah. Oh my god, I am dumb. Half empty cup. Half empty or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. Yep. Alphino, they are in the house hiding. Get them out of there. What news, Chrane? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? Oh. They opened the door. I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? What? When? Oh, is he the guy in the water? You're Tristal, the artist from Yulmore. He is the guy in the water. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've word for you. Bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine we'd meet again. And here of all places. How did he get up here? We could say the very same thing for you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff, I see. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Gulg broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? So Vothri is a sin-eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulg. This is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course. You hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quests. Yay! Ba, 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 ba. Jesus. Dwarven Mithril. That's cool. Yet another hapless soul that Alphino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Chrane and I are going to scout the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very, very well then. Just take care out there. Let's go get the ether current thing. Should be up on this hill, I think, or right below it. There it is. Okay. This is a fairly chill section before the ride of the final levels of quests. Yeah, it feels like it's really, like, they even said before I traveled up the elevator, they were like, you might want to wait because you're in for a ride, son, basically. Let's get the last piece of the map here. Hello, Island Ice. Sloppy. For el amigo. Sloppy. He truly had a grand total of 2 dimensions. Nah, just kidding. Ilbert was actually fucking great as a villain. I hated him with my entire being. But he was still compelling as hell. I'm glad I got to decide what to do about Yu Yu Hase and what's the name of my mortal enemy? The guy. Shit, what's his name? The third guy, the guy who joins Ilbert and Yu Yu Hase and like... Shit, what's his name? I hate him so much. I gave him like 3 chances. And every time he did something worse. I need to look it up. Jesus, what's his name? Wood Whaler Traitor. What's his name? Laurentius! That's his name. Fucking Laurentius. I'm so glad I got to tell Raubon that Laurentius and Yu Yu Hase deserve death. I'm glad they gave me that choice. I'm just gonna pretend they carried through with it. God damn. Fuck that entire group of people. The worst. What the hell is the last area gonna be? Am I gonna jump straight to the patches? Probably. I'm probably gonna go straight through to 5.3 and then stop. I might take a day or 2 before starting the patches, but yeah, I'm not about to wait weeks or anything like that. I'm really just loving playing through the story right now. So, I just want to see more. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking a note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. Bye! Bye, 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 bye. There's a town up here. I'm glad I started when I did. Being able to do patches right away actually flowed really well for me. Nice. Would it suck to wait 6 months? Well, I mean... For some reason, I just stopped in Stormblood for 2.5 years, and I'm fine. But I also guess that you mean that there's a better flow to the story in this, so having it just end would be more infuriating. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm just really curious what the actual, like, last bit of quests are gonna be for 5.0. Because like I said before, I truly have no idea where we're going post stopping Vothri. I thought his line was gonna be the Sin Eater or the Light Warden, and then he would be the last boss after that. But here we are. I guess his line was turned into bread, so guess we're gonna have to see what happens. I'm glad you haven't been spoiled. I've gotten like 2 fat spoilers, but they're all like late Endwalker. I'm assuming it's late Endwalker. That is a Jawa. Lally ho! There ain't much north of Tom Ra but Mount Gulg itself. And I don't advise you go up there without a full team of miners at your back. What the hell? Are these the Lalafels of this place? Gra! Gra! Lally-ho! Are they all talking like this? This beardling? That's a dope beard. Oh, it's not a... I thought this was his beard, but that's part of his clothing. This is the beard. Okay. Still sick as hell. What the hell are these guys? You're gonna say Lolly-ho as well? Lolly-ho! You'll be wanting an MRO porter, am I right? Before you get in the saddle, let me make note of your name. Who the hell are these guys? Don't tell me, of course, I'm just thinking out loud. Why is the music still so dramatic? Why not? It's a dramatic quest we're on. I just happen to be off course. Ferment away, my lovelies. What are you guys? Are you Lalafell? Dwarven? Are you dwarves? Dwarven. I think we've found dwarves. That's sick. Lolly, you have to find out ho. A hammer for warrior? That's actually sick. Give that to me, please. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get a cash for that when this quest is done. So maybe I'll just use it on a hammer. It's not gonna be that, that's for sure. It's kind of neat. Lance. Knuckles. Mithril rotaries. You can kill people with a pizza slicer? That's a choice. Or pizza roller, I guess. That's what they're called. Mithril pistol? Why is mithril green? Lignum? Lignum balls? Is that word? Lignum pole? That's... Honestly, it's comedy already. I don't even have to do anything to that. Lignum pole. Bro, this looks like a frog book. Does it look like a frog hanging on the side? Kind of, not really. I see the little sword. Eh. Planisphere. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the weapon box I get on the axe or the hammer, as it were. This one's also cool to have a pickaxe, but we're going for the hammer. The quest reward. Sick. So you guys are dwarves, huh? Oh my god, yes. I can get their helmets. Shit, yeah. For every job, I can be Santa Claus with a bow or a gun. Gun-toting Santa Claus isn't real. Gun-toting Santa Claus. Yo. Wait, does this mean you can actually just play a Lalafell and look like one of the dwarves? Because that's sick. I think that means I need to level my Lalafell. Yes, I have one. This is actually sick as hell. Yeah, this would look dope on a Lalafell. You just straight up be one of them. Sick. Zoomut. Lally-ho. Some fine dwarven crafts, yeah. Oh, the main quest is gonna bring me here. I see. Bomb it! I didn't know you could get their clothes. Armor messages not coming through. They are, I think. You never see this dwarf remove his helm in front of other folk. Nay, no matter how suffocating it is, or itchy, or smelly. Maggots! Dally ho, welcome to Tomra. If you have any questions, I'm your dwarf. What do you do here? I was a miner once, and now my days of swinging a pickaxe came to an end when my back got too old and twisted. He's enjoying his golden years. I sit here drinking good dwarven ale and pass the time boasting about whose beard is best. Mine may be old, but it ain't lost none of its bounds. This village is home to the Toll family. We mostly make a living from what we dig out of the mines. You'll also see a few hunters and farmers around the place, not to mention our automata. Those are the metal helpers, what we build to assist with our daily tasks. One word of advice, if you're headed east, take care around them gogs. You can't trust dwarves with wild, wiry beards like that lot. Just the sight of them shifty buggers is enough to make my whiskers curl. Sip. Rakit. Look at these lovely plump ladies. They'll be laying eggs soon, and my automaton here will spring into action and scoop them up. The eggs, that is, not the rails. Okay. already done that. Get the rest of the map and then go south. Oh yeah, when did you think I should do the, what are they called? The role quests. Because when I asked about them, you were like, there's a good place to do them. When was that? When is that? Oh, it's not yet. Okay, I see. I see. Is it after the final quest or before the final quest? Wait, no, you have to do them to finish the expansion, right? So it is before. Never mind. Do about 4 or 5 quests of the final zone, then do role quests. Okay. Interesting. So that's what we're doing tomorrow then, I'm assuming. So I'm not gonna go for that long tonight. I have a doctor's appointment at 10 AM, so... Bonk. Alizé. This damn song.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
Grand total of 2.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are.
Looks sick.
Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it?
I'm undecided.
If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on.
Yeah.
And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option.
Yeah.
The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
What the Sam hell? This is a new song.
There you are.
No, it's not.
Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Hey, Exarch.
Roger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at bottom rung too late to
Is
accompany.
one of them red,
but I wasn't trying to
perchance?
join Urianger and the others. Come.
Or did both
Let
of
us
them
see how
turn
this
red at the end of
unfolds.
the Crystal Tower quest line? It would be so funny if I'm wrong as to who he is. I'm starting to feel so confident in it.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
Yep.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
Yeah.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop rung. Thither should we make our way.
Thither should we slither. How late are you planning to go? 1 or 2 a.m. At the very latest, 2. Like, and this time it's not one of those like, well, I know I said 3, so I'm going until 5:30. No, this is like I need to get to bed to get up for a doctor's appointment, so I actually have to go to bed. It's 2 at the latest, but most likely before then. Because I'm feeling a bit tired. Yeah. I'm probably gonna try to find a good place where it's like, okay, it's about to get crazy. And that's where I'll take a break, most likely. And just deal with all the craziness tomorrow. Concerned for my health, are you? Indeed. We are little far from the Crystarium, but rest assured this old man can muster up another wind for what is to come. Thus are we all gathered, though Reen, I am feared, did not much enjoy the ascent. Forgive us our delay. The Exarch arrived and we took some time to appraise him of our mission. Soon after you left, who should arrive in Amity but Urianger and the Exarch? I'm glad they were able to find you. All that grinding and shaking, I was afraid the lift door would fall out from underneath me. I'm told you went ahead to scout out the volcano. I don't suppose some grappling hooks will suffice. Why are you Batman? I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. I didn't talk to them. I missed them. Sorry. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gould. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. Now I can talk to them. Yeah. Same dialogue. Ah, such an exhilarating ride! And such a magnificent view. Nothing in Yulmore compares to this. Oh, don't mind us. We're just taking in the sights. Dwarven Mithril? Yo. You actually just straight up get the Dwarven armor from the quests. Sick.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
Teleportation! We have to invent
consider Amaro,
teleportation.
but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt to refit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to Earth.
Is that how we're doing it?
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work.
Is that how we're
Ridden
doing
the
it?
ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain.
Oh?
In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Have you all lost your minds?
Hold a dash. No one has ever made one even half that size.
Yeah.
Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex.
Yeah.
Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be.
What?
Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required.
What are we talking about here?
Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work.
The dwarves.
Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
The dwarves to the northwest.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see.
Mining, huh?
First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
I'll be damned.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
Yeah, and there's the town of dwarves.
While you do
northwest.
that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Can we move the crystal tower here?
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
Perfect. It's like everything we've done has been building up to this.
Too possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium.
Yeah.
With thy permission, Exile.
That feels safer.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners?
We've been around, man.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
Yeah.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
We're sin eaters, dog. We've been feeding them loaves. The saviors of the world? Hell no. The artist Alphino and his assistants.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
I love this.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
That was great.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
An overabundance of work coming right up, my dude.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Gonna go to bed, catch up after. Yeah. Thanks, dude. You take care. See you tomorrow. Huh. When he asked for my hand, my husband promised that he would one day build a Talos that could take us to the very heavens. And now he'll do it! Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of the locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. What? A village of Yulmoran exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This will never work. Never. I never should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Can't do it. It's impossible. Oh dear. Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Chrane. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. And if you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring. This is going to be interesting. Commence. Plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one's ever even dreamed of it. Alphino once struggled to collect firewood. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not likely to give it. Tristal's among them. You said so yourself, lest you've forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together, even if they hurled stones at me. Perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of construction will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. We liberate a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmar. We liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. Well now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim, such a strategy could indeed be considered absurd. yet you succeeded not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a better chance of success for it. Oh. But be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. Aye, imagine for a moment that we fail to reach FFXIV and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters, and we'll meet a horrible end. We could build Talos for battle. I'll protect you, I'll protect everyone, and then we'll go together. This is the first one I feel conflicted on. I don't know if build Talos for battle is the right one, because that would add to his workload, and I don't think that's the way to go. Maybe it is. I don't feel that strongly about any of these. We could build Talos for battle. I thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. If they could, I would never have come to Yulmore. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Okay, we did it. Ah! The power stance. Yes, yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers, with Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. Nope, wherever you go, I'm going to. Besides, you're not... I forgot about her voice and accent. You're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Slap him. Master Chai. That you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. What? That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Ha ha ha! Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It is not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams, my friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goal. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you're a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire. The desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days. I will be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably only keep going for like a half hour or something. I'm feeling really tired. Okay, let's go to Amity. Detective Dallas. I know it said Defective Talos. I am stupid, but not that way. I think. Who'll do? Haven't seen their faces yet. It's like a tiny angry moon. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Tristal. Oi. They're here to apologize. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You've every right to be upset. Vothri's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. Having Yulmore in between them, that framing is sick. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. The bigger man. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Ba 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 ba. Wicked White. Is there a problem? You see, I've been promised people to produce the stone as well as imbue magic, but when I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The heart? Yeah. So the dwarves. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So, while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable of bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. That's a big heart. Crystal. Meet the tolls. Yay. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They're the Tolls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate. Indeed, it was one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Tolls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamet, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho. Permit me to join you, Chrane. I would keep your joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. Still no ether current quest lines. Maybe it's only when we're done in this zone, because if you can fly, you can get up to the Mount Ghoul stuff. So that's probably why. Do I have any more clan marks here? Colusia, yeah. Shadow Faults, where's that? Oh, down here? Okay. Okay, so that's the only one I have left in Colusia. Da 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 da. So I really want to go. I don't know why I keep doing noises in the time through music and stuff. Because I really want to get to 80, I think it is, sack of nuts to buy the great sword for Dark Knight and the gun for machinists. Exarch! So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crucerium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Oh, he does this a lot, or... Ugh. Yo, what up? Lally ho! So this is where that emote comes from. Lally ho! What sort of excuse for a greeting was that? Where's your heart, lad? Your stones! Come, let's try it again. Lally ho! Lally ho! Hey! How about that? Do it, Exarch. Hell yeah. Not bad, but there's room for improvement. Any road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Toll family. May we speak with Chief Zamet? Why, yes, you may. I am Zamet, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity that sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's eat. Well, well, and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek is precious to us too. If I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy by a means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of toll. And what is this trial? Hehehe, come with me and I'll tell you all. Oh, Lord. I still have a sprout. I just realized that now because there's a dude here that doesn't have a sprout on him. And I have 2,673 hours played. Still a sprout. I guess I could remove it manually, but I don't want to. What could this trial be? Listen well! As you know, we're mining folk, and in the mining life, danger's a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial, what tests the 3 traits all good miners can't do without. Discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. What? Now look on my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot which you must use to shoot dwarves, as wear helms that are different. I have already made the necessary arrangements, but when you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. So like a green dress with horns. Yo.
Lolly-ho, you must be the challenger the chief mentioned.
Why is he Mickey Mouse?
Ho-ho, I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, you're a slingshot to shoot. You use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helmet. Let's begin with a spot practice, huh?
Oh. Nice shooting. Keep it up in the actual trial, eh?
Ha ha! Aye, that's the way. Next time, it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Ready for the trial? Right this way, then. This time, there'll be them as wear the right helmet. You shoot them. You fail, you look carefully before you let the stone fly.
Okay, so shoot the green helmets this time. What? Oh. What? Oh, he means he added them to the arena? There will be them as wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail. I was too quick reading that. Get out of here. He bought that armor die on the store.
Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Running along back to the chief now. And get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. Come on, Pluto.
That was some impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Aye, it's plain you don't come this far with luck alone. So I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek. A diggin' we will go. Did you know that Calusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times.
and every so often the selfsame veins yield what's called Earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine Earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had though, provided you know where to look. And no place is surer than the Durgar's Tuel. Problem is, the site is occupied by our age-old rival, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs, and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there never was a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless horsens. But then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earthseed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up for the challenge?
We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need.
That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you.
I'll do it. I'll go with them.
Corrupt?
I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gulg, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Colusia, no, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part.
Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Corrupt. Young as he is, he's the one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarves. But put him in the thick of battle and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become a Sin Eater's breakfast before he could even manage to swing.
It is true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but still want to try, please. Please let me go with you.
I take care of you, you take care of the ore.
Oh, thank you so much. I will try my best not to be a burden.
If you want to take Corrupt, far be it for me to stop you. Keep him safe though, will you?
We will most assuredly encounter Sin Eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, they will be more spectacle than concern. Can't believe this mess is not over. The whole being sick thing, I mean. Now that's a big difference. Jesus. Didn't realize I needed to blow my nose that bad.
Seriously though, take care of Corrupt. Lad's weaker in a pint of piss water.
The Durgar's Tuel lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are.
Hope he doesn't die.
We'll keep the road and head east. I'm in your hands.
Seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for Sin Eaters.
There they are. Chrane, the one on the left is yours. Oh, I don't even have to take care of both of them? That's nice of you.
See, that Corrupt comes to no harm.
That is why we play tank. Bro.
Thank you. Amazing, you two are really strong. And may it interest you to know that Chrane is a great hero. In the land whence he hails, some would say the greatest. Come, let us keep moving. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell, Chrane. That he does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn, by all means. Have him regale you with a few once our work is done. I can't wait. But more of them. More of them. Stay behind us, Korut. For some reason, I keep thinking of Kakarot whenever they say his name, but I haven't even seen Dragon Ball, so I don't know why. Likely only because I know it comes from the word carrots, but... Dude, come over here. I guess he's locked on Korut. I didn't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. I don't know much about fighting. Chrane is a team unto himself. I merely follow his lead. Well, it looks like you've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Well... Ah, there's even more of them. This is too close to Amity for comfort. Let's finish them quickly and move on. Hurry, this way. How much farther to the cave? Here, I'm assuming. Not far, it's just past this rise. Maybe not. I believe I see it. There. Oh boy. That's a lot of people. It appears we're surrounded. AoE! Get them all off of them. Chrane, draw them in.
Oh, wow. Well, that's helpful. Oh! They really don't want us in that cave, huh? Just as we're about to get there. One last push then, shall we, Chrane? The little cheerleading squad. I will shield Kurut, give the eaters everything you have. Whoa. That looks dope. Spread. That's a big boy. Very big boy. No! That's rude. Your tale will not end here. Don't die! Don't die. If you do, I'll be next. Keep forgetting I gave him a deep voice. dead. That dumb bitch is dead. There we go. It was near thing in the end, but what matters is that we pulled through. Well fought, my friend. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more sieges come. Right, follow me, please. I will take you to Duergar's Tool, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Nothing in there. The sound is horrible. Not like poorly done, but horrible to hear. "'Tis nearly vexing for the ear." Outside? Ether currents. The last one I need to find. That's good. This place is neat. Who would have expected to see this behind that thing, huh? That thing being the cave, or the mine. They call it a mine. A mine. If the terrain and stench are any indication, we are at the tool. Ah, there. Oh. The Gogs, with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best take them down first. Be not so hasty, Kurat. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I'll use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool sin eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. We would be much obliged. Without further ado, then. Ha! I can see straight through me. Right. A digging we will go. He's still gonna make a noise, though. Let us not idle, either. Though Korut cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few Gogs from the field. To that end... Dream powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxon Loft. We used it in Yulmore too. Truly. It seems our alchemists got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail, put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word, and I will cast the enchantment. Should the enchantment fade, return to me, I'll cast it anew. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Now it's just a matter of time when these 3 quests will become available. Barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. So drowsy. Not safe to work when drowsy. Better get some rest. All work and no ale makes something is something, and I'm spent. Bam 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 badam. Ba ba dam badam 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 bam bam badam. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let's await Korut's return. Korut. I'm back. This is the purest stuff there is. I think it's enough, or shall I go and dig up some more? That's crazy. I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Korut. Let us carry this back to... Are you all right? Worry not, I shall be fine. As I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may also overexerted myself in the moment to have this rare opportunity yet to be unable to enjoy to the full. Who goes there? Ah! He has the hammer. That's Glag, the chief of the Gogs. You're one of the Tulls. I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Tull scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting your limp beards. What? What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious, and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp! Better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble floppy things you Tulls have hanging from your faces. Grrr! Like oil and water, this is not like to end of its own accord. Chrane, do you perchance have some dream powder left? Enough to put an end to this. Then let us put it to use. I'll be away. Though something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. What the swivin? Forgive me, Korut, but we need you to be calm as well. I'm sorry, it's just when it comes to the Gogs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You're here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talos awaits its heart. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up, that we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earth Siege safely to the hands of China's. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Kurut back to Tomra? My thanks, Chrane. Brief though it was an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Man, he's tired. He was looking at the little dude. I thought he was just like, like really tired. I think we're close to wrapping up. I'm already very tired. A mission for flight. Lally ho. That quest sounds like one of those. My son is only playing video games. Make him stop. I'll unlock something else. Zamet. Gemstone trader. You're open for business now. Go. Zamet. Lally ho! Glad you're back, and in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I don't remember his voice. I got them all they needed. The Exog's on his way to Amity with it now.
Good to hear that young Kurut was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathering at top rung already. Go and see what everyone has a pickaxe to swing, huh? Nice. Okay, so next thing is to reunite with everyone at the lift. So I think we're gonna do that tomorrow. This has been 3 hours. I need to get up in 7.5 hours to go to the doctor's. So I'm gonna call it there before turning this in. Just straight up in the middle of the quest, because I feel like when we start working on the Talos, it's all just gonna keep rolling from there. So on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you next time. Take care.